Hello students, let us start today with the next exercise of data handling that is based upon the probability. I thought you understand with the videos and the PPTs of the probability. After seeing all the videos, all the PPTs of probability, the events, the outcome, etc., let us start with the exercise related to the probability topic. Now, in this exercise, our first question is list the outcomes you see in these experiments. Which kind of experiment? Spinning a wheel. Now, if we spin a wheel, maybe with the arrow. When arrow comes at B, that is our chance for finding out the B if we required B. Arrow can be at the C, arrow can be at the D or at A. Now this arrow, when we rotate this wheel, you see na, when we rotate such kind of wheels, any outcome can be happen, either A or B or C or D. Now if the arrow come at this point, then A. If come at this point, it is also A. So these are the equally likely events, equally likely chances to come. Maybe A is the answer, maybe B is the answer, or C or D. So these are the chances to come, that is the outcomes. And the second question is tossing two coins together. What are the outcomes? You just list out, make a list of the outcomes. Now let us see how we can write its solution. Now observe students. First question is spinning a wheel. Then how many outcomes? The possible outcomes on a spinning wheel are A, B, C, D, because these two are similar letter, that is A on this side, A on this. Any answer can be happen, any outcome can be happen. Answer is A in both the cases because same alphabet is used in both the cases. Alright, so total outcomes either A with these two chances or B or C or D. Now the tossing of a coin together. So when we toss a coin, when one coin is tossed, then either a head or a tail come. Alright, when we toss a coin, when we toss two coins together, then either these possibilities are the outcomes. So the possible outcome when two coins are tossed are either head or tail, means head on one coin, tail on another coin, or tail on first coin and head on second coin, or third outcome can be happen. These are the probabilities, maybe head on both the coins or maybe tail on both the coins. So these are the possible, maximum possible outcomes, maybe head on one and tail on second, or vice versa, tail on first, head on second, or both heads or both the tails can be happen. So these are the possible outcomes. We just listed out the outcomes which are possible when we two coins are tossed. Now students, observe the second question of this exercise, that is when die is thrown. You know na, die, as we have done yesterday few examples in the videos as well as in the PPTs. The die in on which 1 to 6 numbers are placed. When a die is thrown, list out the outcomes of an event of getting a prime number. Now how many numbers are on the die? 1 to 6. And what are the prime numbers? You know na, the prime numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself, those are called prime numbers. And remember, 1 is not a prime number. Alright, so how many prime numbers are there? There are 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number, 4 and 6 can be divided by 2, so they are not prime numbers. Alright, so the prime numbers, you understand first of all what are the prime numbers, then you get the answers. Now not a prime number. Now outcomes, we required not a prime number. Now what are not prime number? 1 is not prime number, 4 is not prime number, 6 is not prime number. So for this case, our favorable events are 1, 4, 6, and for this case 2, 3 and 5. They are the outcomes can be happen from 1 to 6, but our favorable events are different. Alright, now the second part, a number greater than 5. A number greater than 5 means which number is greater than 5? Only 6 is greater than 5. So our possible event or the favorable event is 6. Now second, a number not greater than 5. Which number is not greater than 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. All these numbers are not greater than 5. So we have to select out from the total outcomes our favorable outcome divided by total outcome. Now understand the answer, how we can write the answer one by one. So students, the answer of first question is we have to find out the prime numbers. So for the prime numbers, what are the prime numbers? When a die is thrown, the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now, therefore, the outcomes of an event of getting a prime number are 2, 3 and 5. As I told you, prime numbers are which are divided by 1 or itself. Alright, those are called the prime numbers. So here 2, 3 and 5 are the prime numbers. And what about the non-prime numbers? The other numbers 1, 4 and 6 are the not prime numbers. We just find out the outcomes which are related to these members. How many prime numbers? 2, 3 and 5, and not prime numbers 1, 4 and 6. Now the second question is a number greater than 5. As I told you, a number which is greater than 5 is only 6. So our favorable outcome is 6. Next, a number not greater than 5. Which numbers are not greater than 5? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 also. Now 5 is not greater than 5, that is equal to 5. So we have to write number which is not greater than 5, that is up to 1 to 5. So in this question we just listed out the outcomes which are required. Either prime number is required, or a not prime number is required, or a number greater than 5 is required, or a number not greater than 5 is required. Now students, let us read the third question, that is probability of pointer stopping on D. So in question 1A, the first question is related with the spinning wheel. In that question, what is the probability of getting a D? Let us see the picture of the spinning wheel one more time. Only then we can find out how much probability, what is the probability or what is the chance to get D when we spin a wheel. So this is our first question. Now you can see in the complete circle there are 5 chances. 2 are related to A, 1 for B, 1 for C and 1 for D. So out of these 5 chances, if we spin this wheel, then what is the possibility of D? That is only one possibility. We can say or that out of 5 chances, 1 is our favorable chance. So the probability is favorable event divided by total number of events. So what is the probability for D to come on with us? That is 1 divided by 5. 1 is in the favor event and total outcomes are or the events are 5. So students, this is the method to write the answers. What are the probabilities? The possible outcome on spinning a wheel are A, B, C and D. Therefore, pointer can stop at one of the regions at a time. Alright, the number of regions are 5, 2 for A, 1 for B, 1 for C and 1 for D. The pointer will stop at the region D only once. That is only one chance. Alright, so hence probability that the pointer will stop at the D is 1 by 5. 1 is the favorable event and total events or total outcomes are 5. Now students, the next question is probability of getting an ace from the well shuffled deck of 52 cards. I show a complete 52 cards distribution at the last. After some time we do this question. Before with that, this question we start with next C part. Probability of getting a red apple. Now red apple from the given figure. Now students, you can see the figure, the probability of getting a red apple. How many red apple in this figure? Count the red apples. That is 4 red apples with us. So our favorable outcome are the red apples. That is any one out of 4 can be the favorable outcomes. Now how many are green? We have 3 green apples. So overall total apples are 7. 3 are green, 4 are red. But what is the probability of red? Favorable event are 4 and total event are 7. So the probability is 4 divided by 7. Now let us start with the question number 4. Number 1 to 10 are written on the 10 separate slips. We have 10 slips with each number. One number on one slip. Alright. So at one slip, one number, at second slip, 2 number, at third slip, 3 number, like this. We have total 10 slips with 10 different numbers kept in a box. We have to keep all the slips in the box and mix well. Now one slip is chosen from the box without looking into it, that is randomly. So what is the probability? What are the chances of getting a number 6? So how many slips? 10. And how many numbers? 10. So when they are randomly picked, what is the probability? Only on one slip we have 6. So only one is the favorable chance with us, that is to get 6. That is our favorable event. So only one slip is our favorable event out of 10 slips. So we have to write answer. Total number of slips are 10. The probability of getting a number, which number? 6 is equal to 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 is the probability of getting a number. So the probability of getting a number 6 is 1 by 10. Alright. So we get the answer is 1 by 10. Okay. Now students, the second question is getting a number less than 6. So how many numbers are less than 6? Which are our favorable event? What is the probability? The numbers which are less than 6 are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the number which are less than 6. So how many chances which are favorable? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are the favorable events. And how many total events? We have 10. So the answer is 5 divided by 10. So students, we can write the answer like, therefore the probability of getting a number less than 6 are 5 by 10, or we can say 1 by 2. Now the next question is getting a number greater than 6. Now the total numbers are 1 to 10. How many numbers are greater than 6? We have 7, 8, 9 and 10. 4 numbers which are greater than 6. So 4 are our favorable events. And how many total? 10 are the total numbers. Alright, next question. Getting one digit number. So from 1 to 10, 1 is the one digit number, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 9 numbers are one digit number. But only 2 digit number is 10. Therefore, the favorable events are 9 out of 10. So students, how we can write the answers? For the third, the numbers greater than 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As I told you, how much favorable events? 4. And how much total events? 10. So the number greater than 6 are 4 by probability is 4 by 10. It is not important to change into the minimum fractions. Your answer is correct as 4 by 10. Next, the fourth one, one digit number. The one digit numbers are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 9. So we have the favorable events are 9 and the total events are 10. So these are the method to write down the probabilities. Now students, our next question is, if you have spinning wheel with 3 green sectors, 1 blue sector and 1 red sector. So how many total sectors? 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5. We have 5 sectors for a spinning wheel. As we have seen in question number 1, there are sectors for the spinning wheels. What is the probability of getting a green sector? What is the probability of getting a non-blue sector? Now, how many green sectors are there? 3. So these 3 are the favorable events, favorable outcomes. If we require to find out the probability, see the answer. The favorable or the green sectors are 3 and the total are the 5. So we get the answer or the probability is 3 by 5. Now, secondly, what is the probability of getting non-blue? Now we have only 1 blue sector. Other 4 are non-blue. Understand the question, we required non-blue sectors. Means 1 is blue and all others are non-blue. So our favorable events are 4. 3 green and 1 red. These are non-blue. So 4 divided by 5 is the probability. So the next question is, find the probability of the events given in question number 2. Now see the question. In question number 2, we have given the probability of prime number, the non-prime numbers, the greater than 5 or not greater than 5. So previously we find out or the listed out the favorable outcome. Now we find out the probabilities related to the favorable outcomes. And what is the formula? The favorable outcome divided by total outcomes. So the probabilities of prime numbers, you can see a die is shown. There are total outcomes are 6 as we have listed previously. Now 2, 3 and 5 are the prime numbers. So there are 3 outcomes out of 6 are favorable. So probability of getting a prime number is favorable outcome divided by total outcomes. And the next one, non-prime numbers, 1, 4 and 6 are the non-prime numbers. So there are 3 outcomes out of 6. Therefore, the probability of getting a prime number and a non-prime number is also 3 by 6. You must write here non-prime number because this is the probability for non-prime because they are similar. Alright, for prime 3 by 6 and for non-prime also 3 by 6. The next question. Now, which number is greater than? Only 6 is greater than 5. So, the favorable outcome is the 6. That is one outcome. That is one number. And the total outcomes are, 6. Possibilities are 6. Favorable is 1. So, the probability is 1 by 6. And the number which is not greater than 5. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 outcomes which are favor and total are 6. Probability is 5 by 6. So in this way you can find out the probabilities. Now let us start with one question we left for the cards. The question which previously we are not solved, that is the probability of getting an S from well shuffled 52 playing cards. First, understand the distribution of 52 playing cards. So student, understand the distribution of 52 cards. The 52 cards basically divide into 4 parts, that is spade, club, diamond and heart. 2 are black and 2 are red. ठीक है, So 26 are red or 26 are black. Actually they are equal distributed, 13 plus 13 plus 13 and plus 13. Alright, now in each card, in the spade, in the club, in the diamond, in the heart, one is the king for each, one queen for each, one jack for each and one ace for each. You must note it down this table in the distribution in the notebook as well. This is very important to understand. Now see, after that one king, one queen, one jack, one ace for everyone. Now see the 13 for distribution for 13. Other 4 cards are this. Now 2 to 10, that is 9 cards are the number cards. 2 number to 10 number cards. So overall total are 13 cards for the heart, 13 for the diamond, 13 for the club and 13 for the spade. This is the basically distribution for the cards. Now again move towards the question. We have to solve the question for the ace or for the jack. Now you understand, I thought that if we find out the probability of a king, how many kings are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 kings are there. So we have 4 king. Then what is the probability? 4 are the favorable event and total events are 52. From out of 52 we find the probability is 4 by 52. Now students, see our question is probability of getting an ace from well shuffled. Well shuffled means equally randomly we can pick. Now ace, how many aces are there in the see students, how many aces are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4. So our favorable cards are only 4. And how many total? 52. So the probability is 4 divided by 52 of the ace. I thought you understand the complete probability chapter of the data handling, all the aspects. You must complete all the exercise, all the question of this chapter.